New at 6, Virginia state employees can expect pay raises and all Virginia taxpayers can expect a check in the mail in the months ahead. WUSA 9's Nathan Baca was in Richmond today as lawmakers struck a big deal on the Commonwealth's budget.
Months of political deadlock between Republicans and Democrats here in Richmond came to an end as lawmakers gathered for just one day, hammered out a deal, and voted to approve it. With a budget surplus from federal dollars and better than expected pandemic recovery, lawmakers worked out a tax cut deal. The grocery tax was reduced. Virginians get to deduct more on their state taxes. Every taxpayer will get a $250 check by the end of the year. Retired veterans get to exempt more of their income from taxes, and lower income families get an expanded tax credit.
Ayes 32, noes 4.
The Virginia Senate passed the budget deal 32-4. The House of Delegates vote count was 88-7. Virginia Democrat Don Scott was selected by fellow House Democrats as their leader Wednesday.
I think it's time for us to turn away from the culture wars that we've been doing. Stop talking about CRT and start talking about how we improve our kids' lives. Stop talking about quote unquote lab schools and charter schools and start talking about how we make public education better and not how we privatize public education.
Public teachers, as well as nearly every other state employee, will get at least a 5% raise over 2 years and a $1,000 bonus. Some law enforcement officers could get raises up to 19%. Law enforcement will now be at every Virginia high and middle school, with an officer for every 2 Virginia elementary schools. Most controversial to some House Democrats passing new rules about marijuana possession during a so-called must-pass budget vote. The key Republican negotiator stood by the idea.
Trying to kind of get the black market away, so when we go in, the black market hopefully is diminished somewhat, and we have the public in there. It's only a $500 fine, but our expert sources tell us that on 4 ounces, you're talking between 200 and 500 joints.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin can still take a line item veto to certain parts of the budget that he does not like, and then the budget itself has to actually be printed out on parchment paper before the governor is expected to sign it. Reporting from Richmond, Nathan Baca, WUSA 9.